We do it by isolating out what we call shorshim. The Hebrew shoresh or root is a three-letter combination that forms the basis for many, many words in Hebrew. For example, we have isolated out two shorshim or Hebrew roots that relate to this verse 17 from the first book of Samuel, chapter 2. And Johanna, would you be kind enough to help us by reading the roots and then finding them in the verse, if possible?
Yes, so existed is Hava.
Very nice.
And we find it on the third line, the first word.
Very nice.
The Lord's name.
Right.
It has this word in it.
And the idea of... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, there were more of those words. And the last line, last word also.
Very
the
nice.
Lord's name.
Very nice. So this idea of the root existed, Hava, being part of the Lord's name. How do you understand this? Why is this? Is this significant to you? Can you help us explain why this would be significant to have the words existed as part of God's name? What would be your idea?
Well, I remember when the Lord introduced his name to us, he was referring to himself as like the existing one, like the one who makes things to be,
right,
to exist.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think I know which. It's I am what I am, something like that. I
Yes.
am that I am.
I am who I am.
I am who I am. So
The
this whole
Alpha
idea
and Omega.
Alpha and Omega. So the ultimate existence, our whole existence is in God. Very nice, beautiful. Between you and Joseph, I'm very grateful to have two beautiful interpretations, and it's just very helpful. Thank you, Johanna.
Can we say?
Go ahead, Joseph.
Can we say Aleph and Tau instead of Aleph, Alpha and Omega for the alphabet?
Yes, we can, and also we're going to introduce a Dalet Sofit. Let's try the next word, Johanna, the next Hebrew Shorish, and let's find that in the verse. Na'etz. And that means?
It means insult. There is some kind of a noise coming from someone.
Let's see if we can.
She has muted.
Okay, we're good to go. Let's find na'etz in our verse.
So this is on the third line.
Nice.
And the second last word.
Very nice.
And it is ni'atsu.
Very nice. Ni'atsu. They insulted. Very nice. Then we have not a verb, but let's read this last phrase, the third red line, and then we'll find that inside the verse.
Et Penei Adonai.
Very nice. Et Penei Hashem, et Penei Adonai. Let's find that inside the verse. Can you see it? I guess we should also translate it literally
Yeah.
the face of God.
I saw it now, but you
Oh, sorry.
because I'm zooming, you were scrolling it
That's
away.
right.
But it's the second line and the last word, and it continues. The Lord's name is
right
on the
on the
third line.
Right. So it also means before God. So these assistant priests in the temple at Shiloh were sinning before God. The whole verse, kindly, Johanna, would you be so kind as to recite for us? Vatihi.
Vatihi. Now I lost it again.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
zoom the bigger. Yes. Khatat.
Nice.
Han Arim. Gedola.
Gidolah.
Gedola. Meot.
Me'od. Very good.
Et Benei. Adonai. Ki.
Right.
Niatsu. Ha'anashim. Ha'anashim.
Well done, Ha'anashim.
And wait a minute, I have to get to the. Yes, we are on the last line.
Right.
Et minchat Adonai.
Well done. Vatihi chatat hanarim, and it was that the sin of the young men, gedola ma'od, very great, et penei Adonai, before God. Ki niatsu ha'anashim, because these men insulted et minchat Hashem. They insulted the offering of God. Very nice. Anne, would you be so kind as to work with me now on the second verse?
Yes.
We have the two shorshim, or the two Hebrew roots, in red below the verse. Could you read those and translate them for us?
Okay, I'm using my phone, so I need to
Sure.
just move the screen around. So, Sharet.
Nice.
Sharet.
Right.
Hagar. Hagar. Hagar.
Right. And what are the translations?
So, Sharet, serve, and
Right.
Hagar, fasten with a belt.
Very nice. So we're going to take a look first for the root sharet in our Hebrew verse. Can we find the root sharet?
Top line, last word. Mesharet.
Very good. And how about chagar?
Hagar. Second line, last word.
Very nice.
Hagur. Hagur. Hagur.
Very
Hagur.
nice. So this is known as the passive voice. Chagar means to fasten with a belt. Chagur means it was fastened. That's the shuruk in between the gimel and the resh gives us this passive voice. So instead of, you would say hu chagar, he fastened, you'd say haya chagur, it was fastened, without a subject. And this is the indication of the passive, that we don't know who did the action. So a little bit of grammar there. Would you kindly give us
which building would this be? Sorry, Dan?
Yes.
Which
please.
building would this belong to?
Which binyan?
Yes, which binyan?
It's still the kal, the simple, the first binyan, the first building, the first binyan. It's still kal, but it's a passive form within the call.
Okay.
I don't think Pa'ul is considered a separate binyan, but I'll double check that because I think maybe I'm wrong. And maybe Pa'ul, Chagur would be a separate binyan. I think I better review my binyanim, which will definitely be a topic in our intermediate level as we've begun to discuss this additional curriculum. So thank you for that question and challenging me, Ann. Let us recite the verse now, and then we'll translate.
Okay. Ushmaroet.
Ushmuel.
Ishmuel. Ishmuel. Mesharet.
Good.
Et. Penei. Hashem.
Well done.
Na'ar. Hagur.
Nice.
Ephod. Bad.
Well done. The only little refinement, the very first word, the very first letter U means and. And in this case, we don't combine it with the next letter to form a closed syllable. We would recite the U, then the name Shmuel. U Shmuel and Samuel. Do you want to try that? U Shmuel.
Ushmuel.
Ushmuel.
Very nice. And Samuel, Misharet et Pnei Adonai. And Samuel was serving before God. Na'ar, he was still a young lad. Chagur ephod bad. He was girded, or his cloak of linen was fastened with a belt. Very nice. Nancy, would you be our Hebrew detective for the last verse, kindly?
Okay.
So we're going to read the two Hebrew roots in red and their translations, and then we'll look for them inside the verse.
Okay. To make is say.
Very nice.
And to find it in the verses up there.
I didn't give you any hints with red. It's all.
Yes.
It's harder.
It's the first line,
right?
Which is before the last letter law.
Right.
It is ta'aseh.
Very nice.
Ta'aseh.
Very nice. That's right.
Yeah.
And how about the next shoresh? And actually, I kind of messed this one up. Let me give the correct vowels for you.
Okay, is to go up, and to go up is Allah.
Right.
Okay.
This one's a little tricky. There are actually two instances, two answers.
Okay. It should be, let me see. I think the second line on the second letter, it says Veha Aleta.
Beautiful.
Alta.
Alta, and you can use the
Yes, Veha Alta.
Very nice, very nice. Now there's one more instance.
Another one.
Yep. This one's a little less obvious.
It's messed up. Okay, it can be the third line, which is Va'al Ve'alo Ta.
Nice, very nice. Congratulations. The first letter is a bet, not a vet. A bet. Ba'alota.
Oh yes, Ba'alota.
Very nice. Very nice. Well done. So we see this as a kind of an infinitive form. In her going up. It's referring to Hannah. She'd go up every year with a new cloak for Shmuel, because of course Shmuel was just a kid. So every year he was growing and growing. So every year she'd go up with a new cloak for him. Would you kindly recite the verse for us, Nancy? Ume'il.
Okay. Il.
So let me give you the same tip that I gave. I forget who I gave it to, but in the case of the u, that means and. So in this case, we actually stop and then we pronounce the shva, ume'il.
Oh, okay.
And the garment or the cloak.
Okay. Ume'il.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Kativ.
Katon.
Oh, sorry, Katov.
Careful, what is this last letter?
Katon.
There you go.
Small.
Ha'ase.
What is the first letter here?
Oh, sorry. Ta'ase.
Nice.
Lo. Imo.
Nice.
Alta. Lo. Miyamim.
Nice.
Yamima. Baalota.
Very nice. Continue.
Et Isha Litzbot.
So here's one of our pronunciation exceptions. The chet at the end of a word with a patach under it.
Litzbocha.
Just the opposite. Lizboach.
Yes. Litzboach.
Nice.
Thank you. Et Zevach. Et Zevach.
Right. Et Zevach. One more word.
Hayamim.
Very nice. Well done. Ume'il katon, and she made a small cloak. Ume'il katon ta'aselo, and she made for him ta'aselo me'il katon, a small cloak. Imo, his mother did this. So you see how word order can be very flexible in Hebrew. Ume'il katon, and a small cloak, ta'aselo, she made for him, his mother. So his mother made for him a small cloak. V'ha'alta lo, and she brought it up to him, miyamim yamima, every year, year after year. Ba'alosa, et isha, when she would go up with her husband, lizboach, to sacrifice et zevach hayamim, the annual sacrifices. Very nice. So these are some approaches we have to beginning to translate the verses. Of course, we're not ready to fully translate the verses, but we start identifying these roots. And of course, we're practicing our reading and becoming more and more fluent with our reading at the same time. Very well done. What we're going to do now is go back to the main room and sort of take a census of everybody that's joined us, and possibly let's greet some of the new joiners that haven't been greeted yet, and then maybe we'll break out into some breakout rooms and give everybody a chance to do some drill. John, I would like very much for you to do a little bit of drill with one of our advanced leaders. If you're willing to do that, we can assign you to one of the